So I'm thinking about running the Colorado Marathon, which is this marathon that goes down the Poudre River Canyon into Fort Collins, Colorado. And it's a downhill marathon, and it's still under the new Boston Marathon 1,500 feet limit. This is the parking lot where the starting line is going to be. The starting line's over there on the road, but this will be the start area. Poudre River's down there. And then you walk down here, and the start of the race will be out there on the road, the canyon road that leads down into Fort Collins, which is the course. Let's go check that out. Yeah, so presumably the starting line will be right about here and head that way. 26.2 miles to Fort Collins. So now I'm going to drive the road, see how windy it is and how steep it is, and see if it's a good course to get a BQ. Let's go. at this point, the road is here. The course makes this wacky turn right here onto this bike path. So that's a big turn, but you're just gonna have to, slow down, make that turn and speed back up. There's about 10 kilometers left. So now I'm gonna run miles 20 to 24.1. So I stopped here for a second just to illustrate something on this part of the bike path, part of the course, and that is that for a good mile, maybe even more than a mile stretch here of the bike path along these power lines and between these bodies of water here, these reservoirs, there's no cover at all, no trees. You're out here in the elements, and it could be windy, could be sunny, could be both. Today it's both, so it's just something to keep in mind for this part of the course. You may encounter some direct sunlight, which is brutal at this point in the race. So there's one place on the course where there's a road crossing. However, I'm sure on race day, there'll be people here stopping traffic. No doubt. But just something to note that there is one road crossing on the course, on this bike path portion of the course, I should say. And there it is. And that, by the way, appears at mile 22.6. Alright, so I've gotten to the part of the course now where we're into streets again, or at least the bike path right here pretty much ends. What becomes sidewalk. It's going to lead up there, and then it's going to start to go onto the street. Okay, so here we are at the spot I was at a second ago where we come off the Poudre River Trail and onto the city streets. So we're going to go from here now to the finish line. Take a right here. I'm sorry, a left. Got a very slow driver in front of me. Doesn't know where they're going, it seems. Okay, now we can go. and we go up here and then take this left at this stop sign here onto Cherry Street. We're going to stay on Cherry Street for it looks like 2 blocks. So very flat terrain, of course, right here in the town, Fort Collins, the city, Fort Collins, I mean. And we're going to take this right onto, what is it, House Street? And now the finish line is straight ahead. Just like people like to go to Boston and go to Boylston Street during the year and look at the Boston Marathon finish line, like me, I'm gonna go over and take a look at the Colorado Marathon finish line, which is right here. We're in downtown Fort Collins, just drove and ran the whole course. Here is that finish line. Gonna walk right across it. Very colorful finish line. I see they went in the order of the color spectrum there. Roy G. Biv, R-O-Y-G-B, violet. And then to the CMY part of the spectrum. Pretty cool. So yeah, there's the finish line of the Colorado Marathon. And you know, my assessment of the course is, I mean, I guess I would give it a B. It's really runnable. It's downhill or down canyon, but not steep. It's only 1,200 vert loss, so that's really not that much vert for a downhill vert for a marathon. So it's pretty gradual. That's what if you stretch 1,200 vertical feet over 26.2 miles, it's more like a slope than a slide. And I think that that's good for getting a BQ and for not destroying your quads early in the race. The last downhill marathon that I ran was like a 4,000 or 5,000 vertical feet drop. So man, when it's that steep, you really pound the quads. This wouldn't be so bad. This would be a really good BQ race. I give it a B+.